Hello, dear students. Myself, Dr. Anjali Zadhar, and today we are going to learn about development of male gametophyte from the chapter Reproduction in Lower and Higher Plants. Development of male gametophyte. Microspore or pollen grain is the initial cell of male gametophyte. The development of male gametophyte is endosporic, that is, occurs within the microspore. It is completed in two stages at two different places: before pollination in the pollen sac and after pollination on the stigma. Pollen grain undergoes mitotic division to produce large vegetative cell and small generative cell. Now, about before pollination in the pollen sac. When pollen grain is enclosed within the pollen sac, the protoplast of pollen grain divide by mitosis to form two unequal cells. So, this is pollen grain. In here, this pollen grain undergoes mitosis and forms two unequal cells. The smaller cell is generative cell and larger one is the vegetative cell or tube cell. Vegetative cell is rich in food and having irregular shaped nucleus. Generative cell floats in the cytoplasm of vegetative cell. In most of the angiosperms, pollen grains release at two-celled stage after dehiscence of anther. And in this two-celled stage, pollination takes place. That means pollen grain will go on the surface of the stigma. See, this is a pistil of a flower which is divided into three parts: stigma, style, and ovary. Pollen grain is deposited on this stigma after pollination in two-celled stage, that is generative and tube cell. And when the stigma secretes the sugary solution, and because of this, what will happen? The intine of the pollen grain comes out of the germ pore. See here, 1, 2, and the third germ pore through which the intine comes out. This is intine. This comes out through the germ pore in the form of the tube, which is called it as pollen tube. Generative cell divides by mitosis and forms two haploid male gametes, which are non-motile. The pollen tube with two male gametes and the tube nucleus is called it as, or which represents the male gametophyte. So here you can see from unicellular haploid uninucleate pollen grain will get developed to form male gametophyte, means pollen grain with the pollen tube, two male gametes and tube nucleus. So this is called it as male gametophyte. Thank you.